One of the animals you're about to see is so massive, it makes dinosaurs look like pets. It's not extinct. It's alive right now. And it could pass under an entire football field without even brushing the edges. If that sounds impossible, buckle up. You're about to discover just how huge, terrifying, and shockingly real these giants of the natural world truly are. Ever heard of the colossal squid? It's not just a myth. With eyes up to 16 inches across, larger than a dinner plate, it's the biggest-eyed creature in the animal kingdom. Why so big? Because it lives thousands of feet below the ocean, in near-complete darkness, hunting by moonlight and bioluminescence. Tentacles lined with rotating hooks. Check. Beak strong enough to slice steel? Allegedly. This thing is still a mystery. We've only ever found them dead or dying. So imagine what they're doing down there, alive and unseen. But what if a giant didn't need sharp parts? Just a deadly stomp? Meet the cassowary, a flightless bird from Australia that looks like a mix between a dinosaur and a nightclub bouncer. Standing up to 6 feet tall and weighing over 150 pounds, it has legs like steel pistons and claws that can slice open a watermelon in one kick. And it does kick. People have died trying to get close. Its bone-crushing power makes it one of the most dangerous birds alive. And it knows it. Bright blue skin, a helmet-like crest, and a terrible attitude. Whole forget Jaws. The real ocean giant makes sharks look like guppies. The sperm whale, a deep-diving predator with a head the size of a minivan, doesn't just scare with size, it terrifies with power. Its mouth can open wide enough to gulp down a grown man in one bite. And it's not eating salad down there. This monster regularly hunts giant squid more than 40 feet long in pitch-black waters thousands of feet deep. The scars on its skin look like battle damage from something prehistoric. And they are. These creatures have been doing this for millions of years. But even the sperm whale can't claim the title of the biggest living thing in the sea. Imagine you're fishing, enjoying the sun, and then your boat rises slightly. You panic, thinking you're hitting rocks. Nope. A blue whale just passed under you. This animal is so massive it dwarfs anything else alive today. Reaching nearly 100 feet long and weighing over 200,000 pounds, it's the largest animal to have ever existed. Yes, even bigger than any dinosaur. Its heart is the size of a motorcycle. Its tongue weighs as much as an elephant. And yet most people never see one, because it moves like a ghost beneath the waves. But now, we're headed back to land, and into the jaws of something truly terrifying. Standing face to face with a saltwater crocodile is a moment your brain won't forget. This reptile, often called a living dinosaur, can grow up to 23 feet long, longer than a city bus, and weigh over 2,000 pounds. But here's the thing, it doesn't just lie there like a log. When it attacks, it explodes from the water with more speed than a sprinter. Its jaw pressure, over 3,000 pounds per square inch, enough to crush a cow's skull instantly. These things don't blink. They don't back down. They just wait, silently, and they're not the only monster that hides in plain sight. You've seen them in zoos, maybe even tossed them a peanut, but you've never seen a hippo at full rage. And you never want to. These chunky-looking animals kill more people in Africa than lions, elephants, and crocodiles combined. Weighing up to 8,000 pounds and standing as tall as a full-grown man at the shoulder, hippos are built like tanks with jaws. Their bite can crack bones like dry twigs and rip through a metal canoe like it's cardboard. Oh, and they can run faster than a human. Think you're safe on land? Think again. But what if the scariest giant isn't angry, just very, very hungry? Forget what cartoons taught you. Lions aren't the biggest cats. That crown goes to the Siberian tiger. These beasts can reach over 11 feet in length and weigh more than 700 pounds. But it's not just the size that earns them their fearsome rep. It's how they move. Silent, stealthy, and faster than you'd expect. They've been known to bring down prey as large as bears. And they don't stop. Their territory can stretch for hundreds of square miles. And once they set eyes on a target, it usually doesn't survive. Even scarier, some have been spotted near human settlements, just watching. But the next animal doesn't stalk you. It charges straight through you. The African bush elephant isn't just big, it's biologically extreme. Its heart alone weighs over 30 pounds. Its ears are like massive fans, each over 5 feet long. But the real shock? These giants can walk up to 50 miles in a single day. Despite being up to 24 feet long and weighing more than 14,000 pounds, they move like shadows across the savannah. And when they decide they've had enough of humans, vehicles get flipped, roads get destroyed, and chaos follows. There are stories of elephants holding grudges and coming back years later. But let's go from the savannah to the Fangs. The green anaconda isn't just a snake, it's a nightmare with scales. Topping out at nearly 30 feet and weighing over 500 pounds, it's the heaviest snake on Earth. But here's the freakiest part. It doesn't bite to kill, it squeezes. One wrap of its coils can apply pressure strong enough to stop a buffalo's heart. It swallows its prey whole, bones and all, and it's nearly invisible in murky water, waiting motionless until something wanders too close. Livestock, caimans, even jaguars have disappeared this way, but now it's time to meet an animal that doesn't just attack, it ambushes. Think bears are slow and cuddly? Think again. The grizzly bear can weigh over 1,500 pounds, yet still outrun a racehorse in short bursts. Their claws are longer than a man's fingers and sharp enough to shred bark off a tree like paper. One swipe can break a moose's spine, and their bite is strong enough to crush bowling balls. Campers have reported bears breaking into cars like they were made of tinfoil. Grizzlies don't play games. They dominate territory, fend off wolves, and defend their cubs with a ferocity few animals can match. But what happens when the giant wants to destroy your boat? Meet the orca, also known as the killer whale. But don't let the name fool you. This isn't a whale. It's a dolphin with attitude. And it's smart. Scary smart. These predators can reach over 30 feet in length and weigh up to 12,000 pounds. In recent years, pods of orcas have started ramming boats off the coast of Europe, tearing rudders, sinking vessels, and teaching others to do the same. No one knows exactly why. Are they playing, protesting, or something worse? What's clear is this. The ocean's smartest predator just got more aggressive, and they're not the only ones patrolling the deep. If you thought the anaconda was the end of the snake story, think again. The reticulated python is the longest snake alive today, with some stretching beyond 30 feet. That's the length of a telephone pole, moving through the jungle in absolute silence. Unlike the anaconda, which prefers water, this monster climbs trees and slithers through dense forest, waiting to drop onto unsuspecting prey. There are real reports of these snakes attempting to eat humans. One even swallowed a grown man whole in Indonesia. And the most chilling part? They can go months without food, just waiting. But what if the danger wasn't hiding, but towering above? The Kodiak bear looks like it belongs in a monster movie. Standing up, it can reach over 10 feet tall and weigh more than 1,600 pounds, larger than most grizzlies. It's one of the biggest land carnivores on Earth, and it has the appetite to match. These beasts tear through salmon runs like a buffet line and have been seen squaring off against bulls, moose, and even humans. What's wild is that despite their size, they can sprint at over 30 miles per hour. If you're not in a car, you're not getting away. And speaking of not getting away, the next beast runs in a pack. The grey wolf may not be as massive as the others, but size isn't everything. A single wolf can take down animals 10 times its weight. Now picture up to 15 of them moving in sync, communicating, flanking, and cornering prey with military precision. That's what makes the Arctic wolf so dangerous. These predators live in some of the harshest environments on Earth and still dominate. One pack can bring down a full-grown muskox, a creature that outweighs any one of them by over a ton. You may not see them at first, but they see you. But the next creature won't bother sneaking. It flies straight in, wings roaring like thunder. When the giant albatross takes flight, it's like watching a small aircraft lift off. With a wingspan stretching over 11 feet, this bird doesn't flap, it soars. It can stay in the air for hours, sometimes days, without landing once. But the scariest big bird? That title goes to the harpy eagle. Its talons are as long as grizzly bear claws. It snatches monkeys right out of the canopy, and could easily do the same to a small dog. You'd never hear it coming, just a gust of wind, and then silence. Now we end with something different. A giant that's gentle, but could destroy you by accident. The whale shark is the biggest fish in the ocean, period. Growing up to 40 feet long and weighing as much as 40,000 pounds, this slow-moving filter feeder looks like a submarine with fins. It won't eat you, but it could crush you without even noticing. Swimmers and divers have been accidentally pulled into their massive mouths or smacked by their powerful tails. They glide through the water like underwater blimps, calm and silent. But if one ever turned aggressive, you'd be dealing with a moving wall of flesh and force with no brakes. And the wildest part, even this isn't the limit of nature's scale. Somewhere out there, they say bigger still exists. The Andean condor has the largest wingspan of any land bird in the Western Hemisphere, up to 10 feet across. This isn't a gentle flyer. It rides violent mountain thermals and can glide for over 100 miles without flapping once. Its beak can rip through tough hide, and its presence alone makes smaller predators scatter. Condors are scavengers, yes, but their size is so intimidating. They've been seen bullying full-grown pumas off fresh kills. If it lands near you, you'd better hope you're not what it thinks is lunch. But there's one more giant lurking right where you swim. The basking shark is often mistaken for a great white, but it's even bigger, up to 40 feet long. Despite its freakish size and massive gaping mouth, it's not a man-eater. Still, if you're in the water when one glides by, you'll feel it in your chest. It feeds by vacuuming plankton, moving with slow, eerie grace. Its gills stretch halfway around its head. Its mouth can open wider than a garage door. One wrong move, and you disappear into darkness before realizing what hit you. Still, the most dangerous giant might be the one no one's allowed to touch. Deep in a wildlife sanctuary lives a captive liger, the hybrid of a lion and a tiger. It's not natural, but it is real, and terrifyingly huge. The largest known liger weighs over 900 pounds and stands 12 feet tall when rearing up. That's heavier than 2 NFL linebackers. And unlike most cats, ligers love water, giving them an eerie amphibious edge. They're too dangerous to be kept in public zoos, and too strong to be underestimated. Standing face to face with one, you'd better hope there's glass between you. And just imagine, nature didn't have to make animals this big, but it did, and it's not done yet.